Hello, my dear friends. I'm so glad we're spending this time together today. Let me ask you something a little personal. Have you ever found yourself dreading mealtime because you just know, almost instantly, that the bloating and the discomfort will follow? Do you struggle with that persistent, heavy, and uncomfortable pressure that makes you feel like you've swallowed a basketball by mid-afternoon? I understand. I truly do. Bloating is so much more than just a physical problem, isn't it? It's a silent thief of confidence, forcing you to loosen your clothes, perhaps decline a dinner invitation with friends, or constantly worry about how your stomach looks or feels. For years, my patients have come into my office having tried every over-the-counter remedy, every expensive detox tea, and even those harsh diet pills with their endless lists of side effects. But here is what often leaves even doctors shocked. For so many of my patients, the solution wasn't found in the pharmacy aisle. In fact, a powerful, effective answer might be sitting right in your kitchen cabinet at this very moment. I am not talking about a hopeful theory. I am talking about reality. I remember a patient of mine, Carol, a wonderful 68-year-old retired teacher from Ohio. She told me the anxiety over bloating had almost made her stop eating out completely. She felt her body was betraying her after every single bite. Today, Carol is like a new woman, and her change began with one simple, sub-minute habit. In this video, we won't just talk about this little miracle spice. We will explore exactly why our digestive system seems to slow down. I will walk you through the precise 45-second ritual to make this work. And most importantly, I will reveal the common mistakes that cause most natural remedies to fail. Please be sure to watch until the very end. The section on common mistakes contains one tiny detail that can completely neutralize all the benefits. Understanding this one thing could be the difference between constantly feeling heavy and feeling light and energetic again. For those of you who are new here, my name is Dr. Emma Reyes. I've been a gastroenterologist and family physician for over 25 years, and my absolute passion is helping people navigate their golden years with health, dignity, and confidence. Before we dive in, I truly want to know if this feels familiar to you. If you've ever felt like bloating was stealing your joy, please comment a simple yes below. It lets me know I'm not alone in seeing this, and it lets others know they are not alone in feeling it. Okay, let's begin. Part 1. The silent enemy, the science behind age-related bloating. Alright, my friends. Now that we understand the problem, let's pull back the curtain and look at exactly why this happens. Why does bloating seem to get so much worse as we get older? I want to be very clear about something right from the start. This is not your fault. This is a quiet, natural biological shift that most of us were never taught about. There are two main reasons, and understanding them is the first step toward reclaiming your comfort. Let's begin with the first reason, and it happens deep inside your stomach, quietly, over many years. It has to do with reduced stomach acid. Think of stomach acid as your body's first line of defense in digestion. It's like a powerful pre-digestion station. Its main job is to break down tough foods, especially proteins and fats, into tiny, manageable particles. As we journey past middle age, our bodies naturally, and I mean naturally, begin to produce less of this vital acid. When this happens, food leaves the stomach only partially digested. Imagine sending large, tough chunks of food down to the delicate intestines instead of a well-processed, smooth mixture. Now, these large, undigested food particles become a feast. A feast for the bad bacteria living in your lower gut. And as these bacteria have their party, they produce vast amounts of gas, mostly hydrogen and methane gas. This is what creates that internal pressure, that uncomfortable distension. It's the very reason you can eat a small, healthy salad and still feel like you've swallowed a basketball. It's not about how much you ate, but how well your body was able to break it down in that first critical step. I had a patient, Robert, a wonderful 72-year-old retired mechanic who loved his Sunday pot roast. He told me with great frustration, "Dr. Reyes, I'm eating half of what I used to, but I feel twice as bloated. It feels like my stomach is just broken." Robert was convinced something was terribly wrong. But his stomach wasn't broken. It was simply going through a natural change. His production of stomach acid had decreased, and that Sunday pot roast was no longer being broken down efficiently. Understanding this was a huge relief for him. It showed us we weren't fighting a mysterious ailment, but a predictable biological shift. And anything predictable, well, that can be managed. Now, let's talk about the second reason. This one explains that sharp, sudden, painful pressure. The feeling that gas is trapped and just won't move. This is caused by weakened gut nerve signaling. Your gut is lined with a complex network of nerves. It's like a highway system, or perhaps a better analogy is a symphony orchestra. To move food along smoothly, the intestinal muscles must contract and relax in perfect rhythm, guided by this nervous system. As we age, the conductor of this orchestra can get a little less precise. The signals can become weaker or less coordinated. Stress plays a huge role here, too. When you worry about how your stomach will react to food, your body tightens up, and that includes the smooth muscles lining your gut. This can lead to localized muscle spasms. These spasms clamp down and create little pockets, trapping gas like a traffic jam on a freeway. This is what causes that sharp, painful, and uncomfortable pressure. It's not just a general feeling of fullness. It's a distinct, localized pain. This brings me back to my patient, Carol, the retired teacher I mentioned earlier. She would describe this perfectly. She told me, "Dr. Reyes, it's not just the bloating, it's the anxiety. I'm afraid to eat because I don't know when that sharp pain will hit. It feels like a balloon is being twisted inside me." Her fear was making the physical problem worse. The more she worried, the more her gut muscles would tense up, creating the very spasms she was afraid of. It's a vicious cycle. So, you see, we have a two-part problem. First, food isn't breaking down properly in the stomach, which creates excess gas. Second, the gut itself is becoming tense and spasming, which traps that gas. To find a true, lasting solution, we need something that can address both of these issues. Something that can gently support digestion, and also tell those tense, spasming muscles that it is safe to relax and let go. Part 2. The hidden spice secret, and how it works. So, what is this powerful solution that helped my patient Carol reclaim her confidence? It isn't some exotic powder from a specialty store or a $50 supplement you have to order online. It is the humble, fragrant fennel seed. I know what you might be thinking. Fennel? The little seed that tastes like licorice, the one you sometimes see in a bowl by the door at Italian or Indian restaurants. Yes, that's the one. For thousands of years, in traditional medicine across the Mediterranean and Asia, fennel has been revered not just for its delightful flavor but for its profound ability to soothe and settle the digestive tract. The ancients called it a natural gas reliever, and modern science is now showing us exactly why they were right. To understand its power, we need to look at the three critical jobs it performs for our aging bodies. As a doctor, I value healthy skepticism, so let's look at the science. The first, and perhaps most immediate effect, is its antispasmodic property. Inside each tiny fennel seed is our powerful natural compound, primarily one called anethole. This essential oil is scientifically proven to have antispasmodic properties. Remember those painful muscle spasms we talked about, the ones that trap gas like a traffic jam? The anethole in fennel acts like a gentle, natural muscle relaxant for your digestive tract. It effectively pushes the pause button on those stressful spasms, allowing the intestinal muscles to relax. When they relax, the trapped gas is allowed to move and be released naturally and gently. This is why the relief can feel so immediate. It's not just masking the problem. It's releasing the physical tension that causes the sharp pain. The second powerful action is what we call its carminative effect. This is a wonderful word that simply means it helps prevent the formation of gas in the first place. This is where fennel addresses the first problem we discussed, the lack of stomach acid. Chewing fennel seeds actually stimulates your body's own production of digestive juices, including stomach acid and bile. So, by using fennel immediately after a meal, you are proactively supporting your body's ability to break down food more efficiently. This means fewer large, undigested food particles reach the lower gut. And if there are fewer particles for the bad bacteria to feast on, there is simply less gas being produced. It's a beautiful, proactive approach rather than just a reactive one. This is what truly changed things for my patient, Robert. He started using fennel after his beloved Sunday pot roast. He told me, "It's incredible. I'm not just feeling less pain. I'm feeling less bloated to begin with. The pressure just isn't building up like it used to. He was tackling the problem at its source. Finally, the third reason this works so quickly is the method itself, which utilizes sublingual absorption. This explains the 45-second secret. The potent essential oils, like anethole, are released when you mechanically break open and chew the seeds. By holding these chewed seeds and their oils in your mouth, under your tongue, for a full 45 seconds, something remarkable happens. The area under your tongue is rich with tiny blood vessels called capillaries. These capillaries absorb the essential oils directly into your bloodstream. This is a shortcut. It sends a much faster, more direct calming signal to your gut's own nervous system than if you simply swallowed the seeds. This direct path helps reduce pressure and discomfort almost instantly. This is so fascinating, isn't it? If you're learning something new and powerful, just comment the word simple below. It's a reminder that sometimes the most profound solutions are the ones nature has already provided. Part 3. The 45-second ritual for bloating relief. Knowing the secret is one thing. Using it correctly is everything. The power of this habit is in its timing and its precision. It's a simple ritual, but each step is important for getting the maximum benefit. So let's walk through this together. There are just 3 simple steps to remember. Step number 1 is timing. This is absolutely crucial. The best time to perform this simple ritual is immediately after you finish eating. Ideally, within 5 minutes of your last bite. You want these powerful calming compounds to enter your system while the digestive process is in full swing. Think of it as sending in support troops right when the main battle is beginning. If you wait too long, say an hour later when the bloating has already set in, it can still help, but it will be far less effective. The goal here is prevention. We want to soothe the system before the pressure has a chance to build. I had a patient who tried this but told me it wasn't working. When I asked her when she was doing it, she said she would do it at bedtime. We made one small change. She started doing it right after dinner instead, and the difference for her was night and day. So please, remember, timing is everything. Right after your meal. Step number 2 is the amount. For the vast majority of older adults, the perfect amount is just a small pinch. That's about 1/4 to 1/2 of a teaspoon of whole, dry fennel seeds. That is all you need. In this case, more is not better. Taking too much might simply be too strong for your palate, and it won't increase the benefits. We're looking for a gentle, therapeutic dose, not an overwhelming one. You can buy these seeds in the spice aisle of any grocery store. They are very inexpensive, and a single bottle will last you for a very long time. Just a small pinch after each meal. And finally, step number 3 is the method. This is the 45-second rule that makes it all work so effectively. Take your small pinch of seeds and place them in your mouth. Gently crack them open with your teeth. You don't need to grind them into a powder. Just break the outer shell. You will immediately taste that warm, slightly sweet, distinct licorice flavor. That's how you know you've released the aromatic essential oils. Now, this is the most important part. Begin to chew slowly, and hold the chewed seeds and the oils in your mouth for a full 45 seconds before you swallow. You can swish them around a little, ensuring they make contact with the area under your tongue. This is what allows for that rapid sublingual absorption we talked about. This is what sends that calming signal directly into your bloodstream, telling your gut to relax almost instantly. After the 45 seconds are up, you can simply swallow the remainder. It's perfectly safe and continues to provide benefits as it travels through your digestive tract. That's it. Timing, amount, and method. A simple, 45-second ritual after each meal to reclaim your comfort and your confidence. Part 4. 3 common mistakes that sabotage your success. I truly want you to succeed with this, and in my years of practice, I've seen that it's often the small, overlooked mistakes that can prevent a natural remedy from working. I want to be very clear about 3 common pitfalls that can completely sabotage your efforts. Please listen closely, because avoiding these is just as important as doing the ritual itself. The first, and by far the biggest mistake, is drinking cold fluids right away. So many of us have the habit of finishing a meal and immediately drinking a large glass of ice-cold water. It feels refreshing, but from a digestive standpoint, it can be a disaster, especially after using the fennel seeds. Think about what we're trying to achieve. The fennel is sending a warm, relaxing signal to the smooth muscles of your gut, telling them to release and let go. Cold liquid does the exact opposite. It acts as a shock to the system, causing those very same muscles to constrict and seize up. It's like telling your gut to do two opposite things at once. The fennel says relax. The cold water says tense up. The cold water will almost always win. It also dilutes the very digestive juices that the fennel is trying to stimulate. You are effectively canceling out the benefit you are trying to achieve. I had a patient, a gentleman named Arthur, who was doing the ritual perfectly but still getting no relief. It turned out he was following his 45 seconds of chewing with a big glass of iced tea. Once we switched that to a few sips of room temperature water instead, his bloating disappeared within 2 days. So please, stop doing this immediately. If you must drink, wait at least 10 to 15 minutes, or only take small sips of warm or room temperature water. I bet many of us have done this without thinking. If this is an aha moment for you, comment wow below. The second common mistake is using powdered fennel or fennel tea bags. Now, I love a good cup of herbal tea. It can be very relaxing. But for this specific rapid relief purpose, tea bags and pre-ground fennel powder just don't have the same punch. The most potent essential oils in fennel are volatile, meaning they evaporate and lose their power quickly once the seed is ground. The whole seed is like a perfect little protective capsule. This remedy requires the mechanical chewing of that whole seed to break open the cell walls and release the fresh, powerful oils directly to the blood vessels in your mouth. Powdered fennel has lost much of its potency, and fennel tea, while pleasant, simply doesn't provide the concentrated, sublingual dose needed for that immediate antispasmodic effect. So, for this ritual to work, it has to be the whole seed. The third mistake is believing the fennel can work miracles while ignoring the bigger picture. You cannot ask fennel to fight an overwhelming battle. This mistake is eating too fast or consuming an overwhelming amount of gassy food. Fennel is a powerful tool, but it is not magic. If you inhale your food in 5 minutes, swallowing a lot of air in the process, or if you follow the fennel ritual with a massive portion of fried chicken, beans, and a large soda, the mechanisms that cause bloating will likely win. Very salty, deep-fried, and highly sugary foods slow down digestion dramatically and feed the bad bacteria we're trying to manage. So, the solution is simple. Set fennel up for success. You don't have to eat perfectly. Just try to slow down your eating speed. Put your fork down between bites. And when you can, choose a lighter, less inflammatory meal to allow the seeds to work their magic most effectively. It's about creating a partnership between a sensible habit and a powerful natural remedy. Part 5. Habits that help, creating a support system. Fennel is a powerful tool, but it works best when it is part of a supportive team. Think of the 45-second ritual as your star player. Now, let's build a winning team around it with a few other simple, free habits that can make all the difference. These are the gentle lifestyle adjustments that create an environment where bloating is far less likely to occur in the first place. The first supporting habit is the 10-minute post-meal walk. This might sound completely unrelated, but gentle movement after a meal is absolutely crucial for good digestion. So often, after we eat, especially a larger meal, our first instinct is to collapse on the couch. But this is one of the worst things we can do for bloating. When you sit still, your digestive system becomes sluggish. Taking a light, 10-minute stroll, even if it's just around your living room or a slow walk down your block, works wonders. This simple act stimulates something called peristalsis. That's the scientific term for the wave-like muscular contractions of your gut that move food and gas along the tract. A gentle walk is like a gentle nudge, encouraging everything to keep moving in the right direction. It prevents the gas buildup that causes immediate discomfort and pressure. My patient Carol, the retired teacher, made this a non-negotiable part of her routine. She called it her victory lap after every meal. It helped her feel lighter and prevented that heavy, stagnant feeling she dreaded so much. The second habit is to sip warm ginger tea. We've talked about using fennel after you eat, but ginger is a wonderful tool to use before you eat. About 15 to 20 minutes before you sit down for a meal, sip a small cup of warm ginger tea. You can easily make this with a slice of fresh ginger root or by using a simple tea bag. Ginger is scientifically proven to be what we call a promotility agent. That's a fancy way of saying it helps get your digestive system warmed up and moving. It gently stimulates the production of stomach acid and digestive enzymes, preparing your system to handle the incoming food load more efficiently. Think of it as waking up your digestive system and telling it, "Okay, get ready, food is on its way." This small preparatory step can make a massive difference in how well you digest your meal, leading to significantly less gas and bloating afterward. It's another proactive step that works beautifully with the Fennel ritual. And the third, and perhaps most powerful supporting habit, is completely free. It is the practice of mindful eating. This sounds simple, but it is profound. In our busy world, we often eat while distracted, watching television, reading, or worrying. When you eat too quickly, you swallow a significant amount of excess air. That air goes directly into your stomach and is a primary contributor to burping and bloating. I want you to commit to one simple change. During your next meal, consciously put your fork down on the plate between each bite. Take a breath. Chew your food thoroughly until it is almost a liquid before you swallow. Remember, the first stage of digestion starts in your mouth, not in your stomach. Your saliva contains enzymes that begin breaking down carbohydrates right away. Don't outsource this important job to your already hard-working, aging stomach. By simply slowing down, putting your fork down, and chewing properly, you reduce air intake and ease the burden on your entire digestive system. It's a small act of kindness to yourself that pays huge dividends in comfort. As we come to a close, I want you to remember Carol, the wonderful retired teacher I told you about at the beginning. Her recovery didn't come from an expensive pill or a complicated medical procedure. It didn't come from a restrictive diet that took all the joy out of eating. Her journey back to a life free from bloating and anxiety came from one small, consistent choice she made after every meal. A choice that took her less than a minute. Her story is such a powerful reminder for all of us. It shows us that we are not helpless in the face of the changes that come with age. You are not helpless. The power to reclaim your comfort, your confidence, and your vitality often lies in the simple, gentle choices that nature has already provided for us. It's about having the right knowledge and the courage to apply it consistently. It's about treating our bodies with kindness and understanding, rather than with frustration. The answers are not always complicated. Sometimes, they are as simple and as humble as a tiny seed. As we wrap up our time together, we've explored the hidden reasons behind bloating and uncovered a simple, science-backed ritual that can truly bring relief. But knowledge is only powerful when we put it into action. So now, I have one important question for you. What is the one commitment you are making to yourself after watching this video? If you are willing to try this simple, 45-second ritual and give yourself the gift of comfort, I want you to make a promise to yourself. Please, share your personal commitment in the comments below by writing, "I commit to 45s." Let's inspire each other to take that first small step. Your journey back to a light and comfortable life begins right now, with that simple promise. And if you found real value and inspiration in our time together, show your support by giving this video a like. It truly helps our message reach more people who might be struggling in silence. To ensure you continue on this journey with us and never miss another video full of life-changing wisdom, hit that subscribe button. It's more than just subscribing. It's joining a community of friends, all dedicated to living our best lives together. Finally, think of one person who needs to hear this message today. A spouse, a sibling, or a dear friend. Please share it with them. You might just give them the simple answer they've been praying for. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy, stay wise, and I'll see you in the next video.